I know the clock is ticking, and I think I'll just come to the next question and perhaps the last question for today's discussion, and that's for both of you. Both of you are the CEOs of very popular, if I may say so, and very loved organizations, right? And of course, technology-wise, process-wise, both the organizations are doing brilliantly well. I would really like to understand that what is your take on the organization culture? We talk about inclusivity, sensitivity, gender awareness, professionalism. We talk about women in business, right? What is your take? So I think probably Calista, I'll begin that with you.
So I think it is important to do two things. First, for women to step forward and find their power, find your voice, but also for employers and organizations to recognize and create space, create opportunities to cultivate women in their careers, whether they are starting their careers, in the middle of their careers, or becoming leaders in their communities and leaders in their organizations. It is on all of us to drive ourselves as women. It is on all of us to create opportunities to cultivate the success of women around us. Now, let me just take it from the as a woman perspective. What should you be thinking about? First of all, it's not easy to always step forward into the spotlight, because the spotlight it's also the heat lamp, right? It is also, can be very, blinding and very, reveal everything, right? But it is important to take those steps. So, find, as Siva put it, find something, that piece that you are really passionate about, because that passion is going to drive you. That passion for your expertise, your area, is going to compel your career. And others are going to want to be with you, right? You're going to want to be around people who are also equally passionate about your career. If you're not passionate about, EDA design tools, then go do something else, right? There is room for many different areas to become an expert. The second thing would be, choose a company or an organization that you believe in, right? I was an entrepreneur before I joined IBM, and I was very passionate about IBM, the purpose, their culture, right? I was very passionate about the company. And I joined, I was like, well, I'm going to join IBM and I'm going to grow my career there. And now I'm very passionate, and I've cultivated a passion in my career for leveling the playing field through open source, to create opportunities for everyone in hardware, taking hardware to be open as software has become. And that is a driving passion for me. And so I get to get up and go to work every day for a company I believe in. Find that company you believe in and figure out how to join them and grow with them. I would also encourage you to look for roles, look for positions and opportunities that have high visibility. If you're simply, running tasks in, a dark corner, you're not going to grow your career very fast. Become visible. Figure out ways to connect with colleagues in the community, connect through social media or other areas. And I would say, to the company side, foster the strength of the individual first, the company second, right? Put yourself in the back seat. Put your company in the back seat. Help to foster the success and the leadership and the eminence of the individual, of the female who is early in their career, mid-career, leadership in their career. Foster their success as a human being. And then maybe you can say, and by the way, they work for, XYZ company. That's great. But really, it's about their success. Because at the end of the day, humans are successful because they feel valued. If my company and organization values me to put my name first, that speaks a lot to the credibility of the company and how much they value me and my contribution. So then I would also encourage you, go the extra mile or kilometer. Go the extra length and stretch yourself to not just complete the job, but do it in a way that is strong and durable for the test of time. Don't just cross things off the list. Make your best effort, because it shows, it shines through. You are going to be the person who others look to help solve things. And by the way, next tip, solve problems that matter. When you find a problem, don't just pass it on to somebody else. Stay involved with it, engage in it, solve it, because you're not the only one facing it. And you solve it today and everyone benefits, that's going to come back and reflect on you. Along the way, build a deep network. Build a deep network of folks who are earlier in their career than you, who are your peers and colleagues, who are your role models and leaders. Find folks to build your career with and build those relationships in meaningful ways. Don't just connect with them on LinkedIn and say, hey, you know, I want to connect with you. You look like somebody that I could connect with. Build a relationship. Figure out how you can contribute to their success and they can contribute to your success. Along the way, start to cultivate your leadership. Lead a project. Lead a, team initiative. Pretty soon, folks will start to see, that's a leader I can count on. I'm going to give them more responsibility. I'm going to open an opportunity. When I have an opportunity to grow a particular area of the business, I'm going to think of them for that position and that role, because that network and that leadership progression is what helps build your career. And then finally, lift everyone up. Lift up the people around you. Shine the light on others around you. Don't just keep that light for yourself. Shine it on others around you to help cultivate their success. People remember who recognized them and who helped them move forward in their career. So you can do that for others, even as you continue building your own career. So I have that, that's my advice as women, as folks early in your career, and as companies. Think about how you cultivate those types of environments that bring success to everyone. As leaders, put other people first. Don't put yourself out there, because it's not about waving your flag. It's about lifting everyone and bringing the entire group forward. So those would be my thoughts.
So thank you so much for that. And this was actually a brief TED talk for me, if I may say so, Calista. So thank you so much. Really, really inspiring, I would say. And Shiva, coming to you, I will tweak my question a little bit over here. I've been working with you for 3 years now. And when I see Maven Silicon, I see people welfare, right? So Maven Silicon has always been this organization which has been so driven for people, right? And we've been growing leaps and bounces right now, but ultimately everything boils down to people. Everything boils down to the employees at Maven Silicon. So how do you do it? How do you just strike this balance between business and people? And how do you do that? More than 70% of our workforce is women. How do you take care of everyone so beautifully?
Good. You rightly mentioned more than 70%. I would say 60% are women at Maven. In my experience at Maven, I think women do much better than men in some areas. So they are very confident and highly creative. My co-founder, Pravina, she's kind of composed and honest, and she's very detail-oriented person. But I always look at big picture. I'm a 3D person, and I always think like how to do things differently at Maven Silicon. But in parallel, she always looks at all the details, right? That kind of combination is highly required. So even if you look at the board also, there is a female. She's board of director, and then she's part of everything, like how we can redefine the process, how we can take care of the employees. That's why you are all doing great, and you're all super talented women. It's very challenging every time when I think of a particular assignment, right? I have to really think about it also, who is going to do what and how this is going to excite my employees. That's important. See, basically, organization's culture reflects the style of leadership. So my style is actually doing everything creatively. We want to be different. We want to be unique. So to do things differently, we need smart people. So my biggest responsibility is doing all these kinds of events and communicating to the world that we are a good company, and then please come forward to work with us. So it's my responsibility to attract smart people like Calista, smart people like Sweetie, everyone. Right? That's where organization's culture is very important, because smart people, they are very choosy. They look at like, is there any transparency? What about your business ethics? How you take care of your employees? What about their freedom? Freedom of expression is more important. Calista rightly mentioned, right? Allow people to grow. They need to have their own space, and people should also be truly passionate about their career beyond company. That's how I would like to choose people. Think about your career. If you are very passionate about your career, long-term career, obviously you will do all great things for your company. So to work with smart people, we really need to be sensitive to our organization's culture. Our culture is pretty much based on our core values, how we want to take care of our customers, how we want to do business, our business ethics. When it comes to customers, right, we don't differentiate customers like whether they are corporate customers, new college graduates. For me, everyone is same. I respect everyone. That itself is a big thing, right? Because I have been watching this space, VLSI training space. Generally, we don't prioritize training college graduates. Oh, it's okay. It's kind of charity work. But it's your choice, right? You really want to uplift them. Then you have to connect yourself with these college graduates. You have to do something good for them. So organization's culture is very important. What I believe in is lead without title. I'm here to give you different designations, promotions, whatever you want, fine, but lead without title. That's what I would like to share with you. All right.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Shiva. And I've always seen all of that you've been saying. I've always seen getting reflected in our day-to-day operations and activities. And yes, that's it. I think we call it a wrap here. And thank you so much, Calista, Shiva, for both of you and for your time today. And Calista, it was lovely meeting you, honestly. I'd always, love to stay connected. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Really appreciate the time together, and it's great to connect with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Shiva, as well. And as you said, let's keep doing more of such chat sessions with all our industry partners around. And yeah, thank you so much. If you have any words here.
Thanks, Sweetie. Thanks, Calista.
Great. And for our audience watching out there, thank you so much. This was episode 1 of Experts Talk. Please stay tuned, and we are going to come back, with more such interesting conversational chat sessions. And thank you so much, everybody. Take care. Thank you.